walked out of Camper World after making a 90-mile drive, and I was 90 minutes in there. I had 12 different people hear my story out, tell me I'm so sorry that's been the case, so we can get that figured out. All we got to do is just type in keyless entry. What do we have to offer? The same one I looked at last week and thought I paid for, with that dude right there. When you asked me, you helped me, him right there. And I watched him turn around and walk around the corner, to which he left actually for the day. He knew then what I was in for, and he knew he was the only one who could help me, because I found out after an hour and a half, oh, he left. This is the first I've heard about you needing help with your keyless entry. I've been walking around here. I don't think anyone else looks like me around here. I stand out, and yet I guess y'all have so many employees you can afford to pay to not follow through. You all seem to be pretty busy, though, probably trying to catch up on what you're behind on, what you messed up on. That's what this looks like, is a systemic issue within maybe this one particular location, or all of them. I wouldn't even venture to go to any more to find out. I went here to save on the time and energy and effort and problems that could occur from being a private buyer from a private seller. But instead, I know now, you know what, I think now it makes total sense why someone might want to go that route. And you're not delivering my camper. I don't trust all these promises. You've under-delivered and over-promised on every front. I mean, I'm paid for. I know you couldn't finance me because I opted to be a cash buyer, and that automatically made me like outside the realm of like being special to y'all, and that's fine. But do you know what? There's only so many places one can go to buy a new camper in our area. I just would never go back to a Camping World myself after what I've been through. Just asking for a second copy of the service agreement report for the 6-year extended warranty I paid a lot for before I knew they were so difficult to deal with. They were like, we'll email it to you. No, your email had me wrong. You're mailing my stuff to the wrong address. I mean, just really, y'all. Weeks ago had me on the edge, and today I thought was my moving day. So I realized, I could have just had someone pick this up today, go ahead and get me on over to my location, get that keyless entry installed somewhere else, and you know what? That's okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. And while I say all this for the dozenth time this trip, I'm saying it loud enough, and I'm stomping my boots enough on the way out, and my corset's laced up with my big girl panties. I'm going to tell you in front of the other customers, this has been a circus show of epic proportions, and I'm done. We're done. And I'm hangry because I didn't get to eat today with everything I had to stop and do again, only to find out it would have needed to be done again. And I walked out, and they're texting me, how did your experience go with us today? Were you able to get that taken care of? Did you not hear that from your glass office? I guess not. The sales rep I told that I blocked not to talk to me because she can't take no for an answer when I'm done with her, and her lack of helpfulness and actually her really, really shitty attitude before I even lost my patience told me then, you keep messing up, you're going to see a side of me you wished you wouldn't have gotten to know. So I walked out of there today, and we're going to put in like a formal complaint with the company, because I know, as anybody who's owned a business and worked at a business, this is just sheer embarrassment on every front. You can't call yourself top of the line and leader in your field and anything, walk around with pressed shirts on and literally let people down on this level. So that's my review of Camping World. They didn't even care once I couldn't get financed. And later I heard, yeah, financing is kind of like what we're about. So yeah. Well, keyless entry, I mean, that's an extra, cherry on top of the ice cream buy, on top of these other things you're knowing that I need with my new camper, that, well, I'll just go buy them elsewhere, It's just not a problem for me to find someone who sells camper equipment. You're everywhere. So yeah, we're on our way now to go take our business elsewhere, walk with our boots, and show you. How many times did I have to whisper my information and go, I thought we were going to get this taken care of. I really don't. I was told, you don't have to talk to a manager if we can get that taken care of promptly for you now. No, but you didn't. See, that's just what I'm saying is, and if it was just one person, it was just the same people would ask me again, like, so why are you here today? I spoke to you, the lady with the tattoo on her neck. Yeah, you. Remember we talked about other things? In addition to that keyless entry about 51 minutes ago? You don't recognize me? Oh. You weren't here for something other than that. You haven't been helped. No, there's our manager's office right there. I looked at that financial dude and I pointed at him and I said, this has been a circus. You heard my story earlier in a whisper, and now the whole store is about to hear it with the clanking of my heels on the way out. I won't be back. Someone will be back to come get the camper. I don't need you to deliver. That's a shame. It is, because, you know, those of us who are leading the pack on living off grid or living nomad or just living a camper life to live on much less than it costs most people, or to get ahead on your bills, or maybe you're in the middle of a transition in your life, you're all watching me and I'm telling you, just don't, you know, waste your time where you may not get any help. I'll, you know, if I come across something that, you know, people are helpful, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, you know, I have more help from the Chicago camping world when they couldn't even help me. They were just like, oh gosh, yeah, no, let's bring you back to your city, baby. Where they can ask you, how can we help, not help you today? So yeah. Anyway, Buttermouth wants to see me while I'm in the city, and honestly, I just might take this energy out on him. I think it might be a good idea.